Hello guide, Colonel Ninny here. We're on the Wings of Liberty server, and our mission today is to escort 2 Stukas to and from the target, which is an airfield. Now, before you can fly a successful escort mission, you really need to know something about formation flying. And of course, I have a tutorial on just that. Otherwise, you may find getting onto station and staying there a real challenge. So the situation at this point is we are heading to the east, right directly into the sun, which makes it difficult to see. Notice how I raise the nose to block out the sun so that I don't have the glare in my eyes while I do my scan. After the scan, always find your escorts. I keep them constantly in sight and at a distance where I don't have to worry about collision with them. Unlike real life, we're not in radio contact, so if they see an enemy, there's no way they can alert me. So that means the onus is on me to look out for all 3 of us. It's incredibly easy to lose sight of your own escorts while you're looking around for the enemy. I employ the sector scanning techniques I discuss in the video how to find the enemy and shoot him down. And always remember to check your 6. The bombers are starting their turn. I'm going to remain high and behind them, watching their 6. In order to keep up with these guys, I've had to fly slowly, which puts me at an energy disadvantage. I'm also at another disadvantage because at this stage of the game it was still not clear to me what their target was going to be. Without aircraft icons, I have no way to contact the pilots to find out what their intentions are. If I had known ahead of time that this was going to be their target, I could have flown ahead and done a fighter sweep of the area. This would draw into action any of their fighters and any anti-aircraft fire and allow the bombers to drop their bombs and get out of there. This is a critical time to keep a lookout for enemy aircraft. Damn it, now I've lost my people. I can't see them left, I can't see them right. So I decide I'm just going to dive down and see if I can pick them up at a lower altitude. Hopefully they'll be silhouetted up against the sky. Can you see that puff of flak ahead? That means they're shooting at somebody. Maybe me, maybe one of my guys. And even leveling off, I still cannot see any friendly or enemy aircraft. Looking to my 6 now, I can see some anti-aircraft fire and a smoking aircraft and 2 bomb craters on the runway. My job is to stay with the bombers, so I'm going to fly down to this guy and try and help him limp home. And just by luck, I find myself in a perfect position to do a strafing run. So I'm going to concentrate on this and then carry on straight ahead to catch up with the crippled Stuka. All good hits. So now let's look for the smoking Stuka. If I can see him from several kilometers off, I'm sure the enemy fighters can as well. So he's going to need protecting. Well, I can't see him. He must have crashed. So I need to find the other bomber. He must be heading home at this point. See if you can spot the other bomber before I do. There, do you see the flak? So notice the closure angle there. If I head straight for him, I'm going to end up coming up behind him on his tail. So I do an intercept angle of about 30 degrees, so I'll keep him off to my left slightly all through the process. Despite my best efforts, I lost sight of him a second time. So I decided to dive down and silhouette him up against the skyline. And there he is, off to the right. The Stuka's camouflage is working well. He's really hard to see against this dark green background. And just a brief word on formation flying. If you can keep the aircraft bracketed in the center of the side window, then you're holding station and you guys should stay in the same place. Close escort is also a good time to practice your maneuvering as if he was an enemy aircraft. And as he starts his descent for the runway, my task is finished. So I'm going to rush down there ahead of him, make sure I get all the good schnapps and all the girls before he does. This escort mission was a success. We bombed the target and brought the bomber home. We did lose the other bomber to anti-aircraft fire, but there's nothing that the escort fighters can do about that. And to close this off, you'll notice I'm making a standard high-speed approach over the airfield. I drop the gear, put the full flap down, and simply keep my turn going to reduce my speed to 200. And as I level the wings, I'll be right on the runway. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I have over 30 tutorials you can take a look at. And now, landing at my home airfield successfully. I am credited with 3 buildings destroyed for 15 points. See you next time. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment.